Shalom, my brothers and sisters. Shalom. This is Words and Questions to Yashar'al, Nation of Believers. And my name is Symmanayah. Sure, my brothers and sisters, of course, it's not about me. It's not about my name. But I just want to introduce myself and let you know that Yashar'al, Nation of Believers, of whom I reference in these messages, consists of all those who seek to worship and obey Almighty Yahuwah, those who accept Yahushua as Mashiach, as Messiah, those who understand and who have come to know we are made one by Yahushua. We are Yashar'al, Nation of Believers. These are my brothers and sisters. This is my family to whom this message is addressed. Today is September 29th, 2013. And I want to bring something to your attention, my brothers and sisters, prayerfully. This segment, I want to address deliveries, fresh water, food, living instructions and guidance. And the question that I ask in this segment is, will accessibility to life-giving needs always exist? Will accessibility to life-giving needs always exist? Deliveries. Greetings, my brothers and sisters. I pray this message find you in good health. I pray that you are filled with encouragement and that you've come to understand the many mercies and favors from our Almighty Father. I pray that you are receiving discernment and understanding and comfort in these challenging times. I have some more questions for you. Do the scriptures mention massive food shortages in the last days? Can we also find in scripture words that indicate fresh water will become scarce in these end times? Are there details of how we will come to experience shortage of these valuable resources and exactly when? Are there news feeds that mention a shortage of food or water currently emerging across the globe? I also want to ask you, does it state in scriptures that there will come a day when there will be a hunger and famine in the word of the Most High Father? That there will come a time when people will hunger and not be able to find the word? Here are some scriptures to consider regarding the questions I just asked. Matthew 24:7 reads as such: For nation shall rise against nation and reign against rain, and there shall be scarcities of food and deadly diseases and earthquake in places. Scarcity of foods. This is the Mashiach talking about signs of the times. Revelation 11:6 reads, These possess authority to shut the heaven so that no rain in the days of their prophecy, and they possess authority over waters to turn them to blood and to smite the earth with all plagues as often as they wish. This talks about the ministry of two witnesses in Revelation. If they're shutting the heavens and it doesn't rain, wouldn't that result in drought? And if it results in drought, would that result in famine? Could we experience something such as this happening before the two witnesses emerge? I think so. If you look at Amos 4th chapter verses, look at the 4th chapter, I believe it's 6 to 13 verses, you will see a sequence of events that I've mentioned in time past. If you study the scripture, you'll come to know that in many times famine was used as the fruit of our rebellion or as punishment or discipline for our actions. Yes, famine and drought food have been withheld in times past, as well as the rains. More scriptures, my brothers and sisters. But I ask you, the ministry of the witnesses, will we see things like that happen before they come, as well as when they come? Amos 8:11 says, See, days are coming, declares Master Yahuwah, that I shall send a hunger in the land, not a hunger of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing of the words of Yahuwah. Depending on what translation you look at, it might not have hunger, it might say a famine in the land, a famine of the word, of not just bread and a thirst for water, but a famine of hearing of the word. So whether it's famine or hunger, either or are intertwined, means that there is something that is out of reach. Now that I've provided some scriptures regarding my questions, let me present some other information. Did the scripture tell us how we will experience food in a water shortages? Do the scriptures tell us how we will come to a point where we will be in a place where we can't find food or water? Does the scriptures tell us in detail what will happen when there become a hunger of the word, or the word is hard to find? Consider this, my brothers and sisters. The United States and many other industrialized nations, infrastructures are crumbling. Yes, my brothers and sisters. Roadways, highways, freeways, rail systems, water and sewer systems, electrical grids, and many other infrastructure elements have reached or are reaching their peak. Even the internet is reaching to a point of capacity, or where there are battles that could cause it to shut down. In the meantime, we are beginning to see food inventories as well as access to fresh water emerge. Shortages, access to fresh water constrict. We're beginning to see food inventories reduce, a strain on food inventories. We're beginning to see access to fresh water become very difficult. At least those of us whose eyes are open and ears are clear have come to recognize this. I invite you, while you still have opportunity and access, seek out the news feeds and you will find what is in there. And it would be words and information that confirms what I'm saying. What are you going to do when food cannot reach your local grocery stores and or supermarkets? When you can't get food to your doorstep? What are you going to do when trucks, trains, and boats are unable to function because the roadways, highways, freeways, bridges, or more break down? Is it possible that this could contribute to us experiencing shortage of food? Are we facing these possibilities, and can they contribute to famine and shortage of fresh water? What if our water utilities, electricity broke down, grids overloaded, or they did not have access due to drought? There's no way they can purify water because there's no water to purify. Or disease gets into the water system that cannot be purified. Are we facing these possibilities? And can they contribute to the success or failure of deliveries of much needed resources? Now, pertaining to hunger and a famine of the word from the Almighty Father, what happens when communication systems come to a screeching halt and or become regulated, where this new world government stops the dissemination of righteous information from going across the internet? What happens when the Father removes his hand and allows them to prevent us from communicating across the internet or through the phone lines? Is this possible? Yes, my brothers and sisters, pray on these matters. If and only if my words are true regarding Yashar'al being guided to a safe place, is it possible that those walking in obedience to the living instructions and guidance will be placed in a safe place? Therefore, the presence of the Almighty Father Yahuwah has been set apart from the unbelieving and rebellious, with the exception of those that have been called to be martyrs. But what happens when the martyrs are killed? What happens when Yashar'al, the obedient of the Most High, are placed in a safe place? What happens? Could this fulfill the scripture of a famine of the word, a hunger of the word? Could this be how Amos 8:11 will unfold before our eyes? What about the roadways, the highways, freeways, the rail system? Could this prohibit people drawing close to one another, to those who are sensitive to the living voice of the Spirit of Yahushua? Could it prevent us from getting together and coming together united? At least those that are left behind? Examine all the scriptures, my brothers and sisters, and ask yourself, have we taken for granted deliveries, the way things are delivered to us, the way things are brought to us, the way we are able to deliver things to others? Yes, my brothers and sisters, we've taken so much for granted. Pray and watch. All proof is coming. Yes, just because we don't pay attention to details or are dull of hearing or possibly wearing veils over our eyes, it does not mean these things are not or will not occur. Pray and watch. Things that we have taken for granted, from fresh air, fresh water, food, as well as living words from the Most High Father, will soon be met with respect. It's time, my brothers and sisters, to consider all that is necessary for our growth and maturity in this life. It's time for us to consider the end times, that they are here and conditions are proving to reflect latter-day prophecies mentioned in Scripture. It will be wise to begin discussing these conditions among brothers and sisters. Seek out wise counsel, living instructions, and guidance. I pray, my brothers, I pray that we do not succumb or give in to unbelief. I pray that we do not fall victims of self-proclaimed misguided leaders who are dull of hearing the spirit of Yahushua. I pray that we don't fall victims to such. Awake, my brothers and sisters. The delivery system as we know it will change. All deliveries will not always reach our doorsteps, ears, and or eyes. It's time to stop taking for granted the many mercies and favor we are receiving. It will be wise to begin to appreciate the opportunity we have right now as we breathe, to begin to embrace wisdom in managing the remaining time we have left before the Mashiach's return. It will be wise for us to know that the plan is the plan of Almighty Yahuwah, and it will unfold, it will present itself, it will come to be as He sees fit. Until next time, my brothers and sisters, my family, be mindful of deliveries. Be mindful of living instructions and guidance. Be mindful of how food and water reach your doorsteps, reach our hands, and let us be prepared to hear donkeys speak if necessary. Let us be prepared to hear if the stones would cry out if necessary. And let us be prepared and mindful to realize that the set-apart spirit of Yahushua will speak through us one towards another, and or let us also be mindful that He will have chosen and called leaders to respond to His living words and contribute to the fulfillment of all that has been promised. Until next time, my brothers and sisters, please be encouraged. It is all real and it's unfolding. I realize we are busy. We are filled with distractions. Some of us are wrestling with confusion. Yes, it's a battle. All that we are experiencing have been described in Scripture with prescriptions and guidance and instructions on how to deal with it, with pointers that point us to the Mashiach, the set-apart spirit that the Almighty Father Yahuwah sent in Yahushua's name. So, my brothers and sisters, there will be no excuses. No one will be exempt. Choose this day what you will hear, whom you will serve. Think about fresh water, food, living instructions and guidance. Think about the delivery system. Think about deliveries. And ask yourself, will accessibility to life-giving needs always exist? For some, the answer will probably be yes. For others, the only other answer could be no. Pray and watch. Pray and watch. All proof is coming in due season. Until next time, my brothers and sisters, shalom, shalom, shalom.